गंगाधराय शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः।
Pay tribute to her. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to pay tribute to a very dear mother. And I thought that it is just fitting we start with this very few appropriate phrases. A mother is the silent architect of a child's soul, building with patience, love, and endless sacrifice. In her embrace, storms find their end, and weary hearts their home. A mother's heart is a deep ocean of wisdom, where every wave carries a lesson in love. She is the whisper of the past, the breath of the present, and the light of all that is yet to come. Her hands may age, but her touch remains timeless, forever etched in the heart she once cradled. A mother carries her child not just in her body, but in her soul, and long after her arms grow empty. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Vanakkam, Prem Namaste, good evening. It gives me absolute pleasure now to hand you over to Kiara Nadesan, the eldest granddaughter, who will welcome you this evening.
Om Namah Shivaya to everybody present. Thank you all for being here today as we gather to honor and remember my beloved Nani. 15 days ago, we said goodbye to someone who meant the world to us, a woman whose love, kindness, and wisdom touched each of our lives deeply. Today, we come together not just in mourning, but in gratitude. Gratitude for the moments we shared, the lessons she taught us, and the unconditional love she gave so freely. Your presence here is a reflection of how much she was loved and respected. As we pray and celebrate her beautiful soul, may we also find comfort in each other and carry her memory forward with love and strength. Thank you once again for being here. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Kiara. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a very beautiful souvenir placed on your table. And these were my kakis, my aunt, Mrs. Radha Maharaj, her teachings. I'd like to quickly, if you can indulge me, read through them, because they're very beautiful. Always look your best and do your best for yourself. You can make a dress from a curtain. Speak less, read more. You're never too old to learn something new. Educate yourself about the world. Stitch your name into every room you walk into. Never speak harshly. Grace is strength. Be hands-on. Be heart-led. Be unforgettable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the memory of our beautiful mum, our beautiful aunt, our beautiful friend. With that, I would like to now welcome Sadhguru Sangeet Akutam. They hail all the way from Chatsworth. So I'm going to hand you over to them. Ladies and gentlemen, a lovely round of applause for Sadhguru Sangeet Akutam.
Thank you to the Master of Ceremony. Loving ones, I greet you this evening. Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Namaste, Om Sai Ram. Let's we all rise, put our palms together in prayer for this wonderful soul. To please come to the altar to do the opening prayer and also unveiling of the photo. Thank you.
Song 1, 2. Hari Om.
முகத்தவனே முன்னவனே யானே முகத்தவனே முத்தினல சொன்னவனே சுயமே சுகத்தவனே மன்னவனே சிப்பரனே ஐந்தரனே சென்சடையா சேகரனே தற்பரனே நின்றார் சரண உலகலாமுன ஓதே குவரியவள் நீல உலாவிய நீர்மாலிவே உலகலாமுன ஓதே குவரியவள் நீல உலாவிய நீர்மாலிவே ஆலேகம் சோரிய அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவார் ஆலேகம் சோரிய அம்பலத்தில் ஆடுவார் மாலசினாம்படி மாற்றிவனந்தமோ மாலசினாம்படி மாற்றிவனந்தமோ அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தானி பெரும் கருணை தனி பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear ones, please take your seat. Thank you. ஓம் ஸ்ரீ கணேசாய நமः. ஓம் கங்கணபதயே நமः. तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि दण्डो दण्डी प्रचोदयात्. ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः. ॐ गणपति विनायक
गजमुग विघ्नेश्वरा याने मुगने विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका पासतिलामुरे विनायका परिकतुमेव विघ्नेश्वरा पासतिलामुरे विनायका परिकतुमेव विघ्नेश्वरा यादति मोरिये विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका यादति मोरिये विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका पासे कैकोंड विनायका अंकुशकवरिकात् विघ्नेश्वरा पासे कैकोंड विनायका अंकुशकवरिकात् विघ्नेश्वरा गंगत्यं जागं श्रीरे विनायका नीले कन्नान् विघ्नेश्वरा गंगत्यं जागं श्रीरे विनायका नीले कन्नान् विघ्नेश्वरा सर्वेशा विनायका सर्वेशा विनायका नमो 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 गणपति देवा नमो 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 गणपति देवा नमो 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 गणपति देवा नमो 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 गणपति देवा नमो नमो
கோயில் தெய்வங்கள் நீதானம்மா. அன்னைக்கு அன்றாடம் அபிஷேகம் அலங்காரம் புரிகின்ற திரு தொண்டு நாதானம்மா. புகழ் வேண்டும் மகனல்ல தாயேவம் அருள் வேண்டும் எனக்கின்ற ஆற்போதுமே. அது நீங்க பெரி பொன்ற அமைத்தாலும் நான் உன்னை மகனாகி இருக்கின்ற வர வேண்டுமே. அது நீயே தருவாயே.
அம்மா என்பதற்காக உயர்ந்தே. அம்மா என்பதற்காக உயர்ந்தே.
தங்கம் புதுவெள்ளி மாணிக்கம் மணிவயிரம் அவையாபம் ஒரு தங்கு நீராகமா. விலை நீட்டு விலை வைத்து கேட்டாலும் உடைத்தாலும் கடை தன்ன தாயன்ப திறக்காதமா.
Guru Maharaj, Guru Jai Jai, Satya Sai Nada Guru Jai Jai. Manas bajre Guru Charana, Totara Bhava Sagar Charana.
Manas bajre Guru Charana, Totara Bhava
साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवा
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवा
ओंकारुं बाबा ओंकारुं बाबा ओंकारुं बाबा ओम नमो बाबा ओम नमो बाबा ओम नमो बाबा मानस भजरे गुरु चरण दोस्तर भव सागर चरण गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवा ओम
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवा
ओंकारं बाबा ओंकारं बाबा ओंकारं बाबा ओम नमो बाबा ओम नमो बाबा ओम नमो बाबा मानस भजरे गुरु चरण सुस्तर भव सागर चरण ஆதி பரம் ஜோதியாய் அன்னபகிரென்னமாய் அனாதியாய் நின்ற நாமோ
கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா
அருமுடி நடவாக எளியவன் களி கூற அன்பு வைத்திருந்த நாமும்
கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா
நீரவெளியாகவே உச்சி மலை மீதிலே நில கொடுந்த என்ற நாமோ
கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா
தேசமுடனே கருதவாகன நீதனிலே அன்பு வைத்திருந்த நாமம்
கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா
கிருஷ்ணா முகுந்தா Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Jaya Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Karuna Sagara Kamala Nayaka
Karuna Sagara Kamala Nayaka
Kanakambardhari 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 Gopala Krishna Mukunda Murari
Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Kaliyamadana Kamsani Sutana
Kaliyamadana Kamsani Sutana
Kamalayana Nayana Kamalayana Nayana Kamalayana Nayana Gopala Krishna Mukunda Murari
Jaya Krishna Mukunda Murari
Kutila Kundala Kuvalayadara Neela Madhura Mura Veeravalola Kodi Madana Lavanya Gopi Punyam Bhajami Gopala Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayana Janaki Vallabha
Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham
कौन कहता है भगवान आती नहीं
कौन कहता है भगवान आती नहीं
तुम्हें राम नारायण जानकी वल्लभ
राम नारायण जानकी वल्लभ
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि केशव हरि गोविंद नारायण हरि ओम
हरि केशव हरि गोविंद
नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
तू ही है माता पिता हमारे तू ही है माता पिता हमारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
गोपी जन मन मोदन जापन
गोपी जन मनमोहन नापन
गोपी जन मन मोदन जापन
गोपी जन मनमोहन नापन
कुबलय दल नीला कुबलय दल नीला कुबलय दल नीला गोपाल कृष्ण मुकुंद मुरारे
जय कृष्ण गोविंद मुरारे
கண்ணீரும் இருந்தேனே உன் கதிர்வேல் அழகிய பாரம காலிலும் இருந்தேனே பொன் பொருள் எனக்காக புன்னகை என்னும் இல்லாமல் என் உயிர் எனக்காக உன் இதயத்தில் போற்றிக் கொள்ளாமல் ஓசைகள் எனக்காக ஓமின் தடும் தடும் பாடமா ஆசைகள் எனக்காக உன் அருள் பெரும் வழியே நாடாமல் அருள் பண்ணிடவே क्षमामूर्ति साई बाबा प्रेममूर्ति सत्य साई एक बार क्षमा करो साई मेरे बाबा श्री सत्य साई बाबा श्री सत्य साई
एक बार क्षमा करो साई मेरे बाबा सत्य साई
क्षमा मूर्ति साई बाबा प्रेम मूर्ति सत्य साई
क्षमा मूर्ति साई बाबा प्रेम मूर्ति सत्य साई
एक बार क्षमा करो साई मेरे बाबा श्री सत्य साई
एक बार क्षमा करो साई मेरे बाबा सत्य साई
शिरडी के साई तेरे द्वार कमाए
तेरे कलाई तेरे द्वार कमाए
पाक के साई तेरे आज मुझे आए
नाल कलाई तेरे आज मुझे आए
क्षमा मूर्ति साई बाबा प्रेम मूर्ति सत्य साई
क्षमा मूर्ति साई बाबा प्रेम मूर्ति
एक बार क्षमा करो साई मेरे बाबा श्री सत्य साई
Dear ones, I now hand you over to the Master of Ceremony. Dear ones, we have now come to the second half of the program where we will call members of the family to offer the Dibaratane. Radha Maharaj, dear ones, leaving behind a loving children, Nirvana, Rowena, Seema, Rihanna, Rini, and Sharveer. Dear ones, I call the children to please come to the altar and offer the Dibaratane. They can come with their family, their spouse and the children, and offer the Dibaratane while we're singing. Dear ones, the loving children, from the time they're born and they realize that that's the mom, they burnt a light in their heart for the mom. And this very evening, that one light turned into 16 lamps, dear one. Padinare veleke yeregerede. That 16 lamps is burning for that Divine Mother. So I call all the family members to please come and offer the Dibaratane. Thank you. Padinare veleke namma yeregerede. Padinare veleke namma எட்டபடி மேலே உன் பாதம் அம்மா எட்டபடி மேலே தெரிகிறதே. எங்கள் அம்மாவே எங்கள் அம்மாவே
எங்கள் அம்மாவே எங்கள் அம்மாவே
பத்து மாசு சுமந்த பெற்றே அருமை தாயே அம்மா பத்து மாசு சுமந்த பெற்றே அருமை தாயே. 16 விளக்கு உனக்கு எரிகிறதே. நினைத்தால் நெஞ்சும் எண்ணம் துடிக்கிறதே. நினைத்தால் நெஞ்சும் எண்ணம் துடிக்கிறதே. அழுவியன் கண்ணீயே தெரிகிறதே. அம்மா அழுவியன் கண்ணீர் நீயே தெரிகிறதே. 16 விளக்கு அம்மா இறைகிறதே. பார்த்து முகம் எப்படி நான் மறப்பேனோ. பார்த்து முகம் எப்படி நான் மறப்பேனோ. எப்படி நான் இருப்பேனோ. நீ என் தெய்வம் அருமை அம்மா. எப்படி நான் மறப்பேனோ. உயிரம் நீயே உலகம் நீயே எங்கள் தெய்வம் அம்மா. உயிரம் நீயே உலகம் நீயே எங்கள் தெய்வம் அம்மா. உன்னை போலே யாரும் இல்லை இந்த மண் மேலே. என் தெய்வம் எப்படி நான் இருப்பேனோ. அம்மா உன்னாலே பிறந்தனே என் வளர்த்தனே. நீ அல்லாமல் அருமை அம்மா. எப்படி நான் இருப்பேனோ. நீ என் தெய்வம் அருமை அம்மா. எப்படி நான் மறப்பேனோ. இரவும் பகலும் தூக்கி வளர்த்து எங்களை காப்பவனே. இரவும் பகலும் தூக்கி வளர்த்தால் எங்களை காப்பவனே. என் அம்மாவே என் தெய்வமே எப்படி உன்னை மறவே. என் கடவுள் எப்படி நான் இருப்பேனோ. அம்மா உன்னாலே எப்படி நான் இருப்பனோ நீ என் தெய்வம் அருமை அம்மா எப்படி நான் இருப்பனோ. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். நம சிவாய வாழ்கே. நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்கே. எமே பொருதும் என் நெஞ்சம் நீங்கான் தான் வாழ்வாயே. ஈசனடி போற்றி சிவந்தே நடி போற்றி தேசனடி போற்றி நம சிவாய போற்றி. ஓம் நம நம்மாலும் அமரரும் முனிவர் தாமும் முறை முறை வணங்கி ஏற்றும் முதல்வனே நம சிவாயா. முதல்வனே
நம சிவாய முதல்வனே நம சிவாய முதல்வனே நம சிவாய முதல்வனே நம சிவாய.
ஆதியாய் ஏகனாங்காய் அறிமுடி திரியாய் வண்ணம் ஜோதியாய் நிறைவாய் நின்று துணைவனே நம சிவாயா. துணைவனே
நம சிவாய துணைவனே நம சிவாய துணைவனே நம சிவாய துணைவனே நம சிவாய.
இணையடி தேரி காண ஏழலோக அலந்தமாயும் பனியேறி எரி மூன்றேத்தே கடவுளே நம சிவாயா.
கடவுளே நம சிவாய கடவுளே நம சிவாய கடவுளே நம சிவாய கடவுளே நம சிவாய.
தீட்டியாய் பொருள் போல் வந்தன் என்னையடி பணிவாய் தும்பும் பாட்டியே ஜன்மோனே வல்லலே நம சிவாயா.
வல்லலே நம சிவாய வல்லலே நம சிவாய வல்லலே நம சிவாய வல்லலே நம சிவாய.
உமையனோ பாகம் வைத்தே அன்பர்கள் தும்பிரானே அமீரேரோ மணியே முத்தே அண்ணலே நம சிவாயா. அண்ணலே
நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய.
உலோமாய் உயிரம்மாயி உள்ளமும் பெரும்புமாயி நானவே ஜகத்துக்கெல்லாம் தன்னையே நம சிவாயா.
அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய.
ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ரகுபதி ராதவ ராஜராம் பதீத பாவன கீதாராம்.
ரகுபதி ராഘவ ராஜா ரகுபதி
திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி
அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி
அருட்ஜீவனேரீசா அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்ஜீவபரியும் அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி
அருட்திருநேரிசா அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்திருபரியும் அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி
ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய
ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய
ஆகமமுனிம ஆரணமுனிம ஆகலரோ ஒளியே அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய
ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய
இகநிலை பொருளா பரநிலை பொருளா அகமர பொருளியே அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி இகநிலை பொருளா பரநிலை பொருளா ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய
ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய.
Dear ones, the song that we're going to sing now is Devan Koval, Mani USA. The bells will be ringing in heaven when the soul, tomorrow being the 16th day, entering that kingdom, the bells will be ringing. Thank you. தேவன் கோவில் மணி ஓசை நல்ல தேடிகள் சொல்லம் மணி ஓசை ஆசை இரவும் கோடலோசை அவன் அன்பென ஆட்டம் மணியோசை
ஏவலோ மணியோசை நல்ல மேரிகள் சொல்ல மணியோசை
தாவிக மீனம் ஆண்டவன் காற்றும் ஆசதி ஓசை மணி ஓசை Dear ones, ask of you please to rise, put your both palms together and let's bid farewell to Ma. I call Ma's children to please come on stage and do the last ritual.
முத்தினேரி அறியாதே மூர்க்கனொரு முயவேனே பத்தினேரி அருளேனே பழவினைகள் பாடுமன சித்தமான அருவிலே சிவமாக்கி அத்தையனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆதருவா ஆச்சோவே நெறியல்லா நீரிதாயே நீரையாகே நீரைவேனே திருநேரிகள் சேராமே திருமருளே சேருமன புரியன்றோ எல்லாரே கூட்டன அறியமான மருளையவா ஆபெருவா ஆஜோவே சென்னினாலா அறியாதே சிதோஹெரோத திரிவேனே பொன்னினாலா அருவிதே முதலாயே முதல்வந்தா நம்மையனோ பொருளாயே நாதெரியே ஏற்றோவித்தே அம்மையனே அருளியவா ஆபெருவா ஆச்சோவே அம்மையனே அருளியவாறு ஆபெருவா அச்சோவே ஈசும்படிவேளா நந்தாமணி போற்றி ஈசும்படிவேளா நந்தாமணி போற்றி எகுந்த பொருளையே கைலாச குணவதியே கோபிரத செல்வ கணபதியே உன் கை தொழுத காப்பு श्रीमती राधा महाराज अवधर्मवं नद्गणेयम् शांति वो शांति वो शांति वो शिवने पादवे तरपाया शिवने पादवे तरपाया தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவாய் போற்றி ஓம் சாந்தி 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 ஓம் திருசற்றம்பலம்.
Thank you, dear ones. Please take your seat.
Satguru Sangeet Akutam, thank you so much for those soulful songs today to mark such a beautiful tribute to such a remarkable woman. Once again, our heartfelt thank you to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to a very important part of the program. Remember, no ceremony of this nature is ever complete if we, of course, pay tribute to our mother here and our aunt. Today, we gather to honor a woman whose love shaped our lives, a mother whose heart as vast as the sky and steady as the earth beneath our feet. She was our first home, our first teacher, our greatest champion. Through every season of our lives, her love never wavered. It was there in quiet sacrifices, in the whispered prayers, and the gentle hands that lifted us when we fell. She taught us strength, not by words, but the way she carried her burdens with grace. She taught us kindness by offering it freely, even when it was not returned. She taught us to love deeply, fiercely, and without hesitation. Ladies and gentlemen, what is so beautiful about our program this evening is that it marks our aunt, our kaki, our mother, her sister-in-laws being such an integral part of this program. And that bears testimony to the sisterhood they shared. And on that note, I would like to call upon our first speaker, our aunt, our kaki, Sandra Maharaj.
Program Director, our amazing satsang group, dear family and friends. Prem Namaste and a very good evening to all of you. I would like to thank Rowena for affording me this opportunity of paying tribute to her late mum, my beloved sister-in-law, Mrs. Radha Maharaj. It is said that when someone dies, it is not just a day in a lifetime, but a lifetime in a day. And to do justice to such a phenomenal woman in just a day, let alone a few minutes, will be almost impossible, but I will try my best. As I sat down to pen a few thoughts about what I was going to speak, my mind was cast back to my first meeting with Radha. It was the year 1980. Walking along the shoreline of La Mercy Beach, I spotted this young family frolicking in the waves. And my late husband, Ashok, introduced them to me as his brother and sister-in-law, Radha and Supal. And Radha, like her children, was donned in a pair of shorts and t-shirt. And this after my husband telling me that his sisters-in-law only wore sari even to the beach. But that was our Radha. Sometimes defying societal norms and traditions, a woman who could not be fit into a mold, often thinking out of the box, a woman ahead of her time, but always respectful. 1949 will always be remembered in history by most Indians as the year of trouble, turmoil, loss, and fear. The year of the dreaded 1949 riots. And in the same year, amidst these many adversities, Radha was born into the Rangasamy family. And in her lifetime of 76 years, she experienced many other adversities, losing both her parents by the tender age of 10, being raised by her older brother, and she herself helping to parent her two younger brothers, paints a picture of a very difficult childhood. But Radha, being the strong and determined person that she was, forged her own way in life. She faced many health challenges over the years, but each time, like the phoenix, she rose from the ashes. Her strength, resilience, and tenacity never ceased to amaze me. As a fellow daughter-in-law in the Maharaj family, my association with Radha began some 45 years ago. We enjoyed a very warm relationship, and over the years, we spent much time at the home of Radha and Supal, either celebrating a birthday or some special occasion, or just being invited over for an impromptu braai. But their home in Sanford was an open house, and one did not need an invitation to visit. In the last 3 years, when Radha moved in with Rowena, the dynamic of our relationship changed. Me, living close by, we spent a lot of one-on-one time together, bonding, chatting about various things, and Radha, being a highly intelligent woman, very widely read, was very knowledgeable on many subjects. I often picked her up just to go for a drive to Blue Lagoon, and Kenson would always say, "So that's where my mother-in-law and you go jolling." She also loved going to the nursery, to religious functions, or just visiting family. She was always ready to accompany me, often waiting impatiently on the road, and always carrying a package or two to gift to someone. There are many adjectives that I can use to describe Radha. Strong, determined, positive, resourceful, resilient, tenacious, helpful, caring, generous, and the list goes on. The one thing that there was no doubt about is that she was selfless, always willing to go the extra mile, always making a plan. Whether it was for family, friends, or strangers, irrespective of gender, race, or religion. Radha was a devoted member of the Satya Sai organization, and she was a true embodiment of their slogan, of love all, serve all. She was a talented seamstress and often spent many hours at her sewing machine, making garments late into the night, and always for others. To her, this was a labor of love. And I'm sure many of you sitting here have your own story to tell regarding your interaction with Radha. For me personally, a few incidents stand out. Back in the 80s, when we were embarking on a long drive to Sun City, Radha took it upon herself to arrange overnight accommodation for us with her brother and sister-in-law in Johannesburg so that we could break our journey, even telling her sister-in-law Ruby to prepare Ashok's favorite meal of trotters and beans. When I was battling to find a reliable daycare for my child while I was at work, it was once again Radha to the rescue. She made the necessary phone calls and visits to arrange childcare with old family friends of hers who lived in my area. More recently, I was asking Rowena one day where I could purchase a red tie for my little grandson. And 2 days later, I get a call from Radha telling me to pick up a red tie with the matching pocket hanky that she had stitched for him. From altering my curtains to mending my clothes, she was ever willing to assist. Her one regret in life, which she often expressed to me, was that she had never learned to drive. But this did not stop her from getting around, be it on foot, in a bus, a taxi, an Uber, or an aeroplane. Right? And if I'm not mistaken, Radha was the most widely traveled person in the family, both locally and internationally. Radha was a risk taker and sometimes too trusting for her own good. She often threw caution to the winds and sometimes got herself into some sticky situations. She certainly gave me a few more gray hairs whenever I took her out, from disappearing from sight to opening the window and calling vagrants to the car to give them money, and other such harrowing moments. Radha was not afraid of getting her hands dirty. From mixing cement to building a wall, and if I'm not mistaken, she built a toilet as well, to tackling menial tasks shunned by many, Radha did it all. She enjoyed luxurious holidays, but was equally comfortable on a makeshift bed on the floor. Her body may have aged physically, but she remained young in spirit and was always ready for the next adventure. There are many lessons that one can take from her life, and probably the most important one being in the words of a Quaker missionary. I quote, "I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the essence of the Radha we all knew. It is the philosophy of life that we come into this world with nothing and we leave with nothing. On this note, and in conclusion, I would like to very quickly relate the story of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great's deathbed wishes, which should serve as a moral lesson to us all. On his deathbed, Alexander the Great called his trusted generals and asked them to carry out his 3 wishes upon his death. And he said, "I want my coffin to be carried by the best doctors and physicians. The road to the graveyard must be paved with all the gold, silver, and precious stones that I own. And finally, my hands must be left to hang outside the coffin." They agreed, but were puzzled and asked him the reason for this strange request. And this was his reasoning. He said, "I want the best doctors to carry my coffin to show people that when death comes calling, not even the best doctors can save you. The road to the grave site must be paved with my most valuable possessions and treasures to show people that the wealth we accumulate on earth remains on earth when the soul takes its leave. And finally, my hands must be left hanging outside the coffin to show that we come empty-handed and we leave empty-handed. And with those words, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your attention. Radha Kaki, as she was very fondly and lovingly known in the family, will be sorely missed, but I'm sure her legacy will live on through her children and grandchildren. Thank you so much.
Thank you for those beautiful words, Sandra Kaki. I think you captured Radha Kaki absolutely well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know me, my motto has always been and will always be, I always say, baate bola jate hai, yaad aati hai. A very crude translation, and excuse my Hindi, is that words we will forget, but memories live on. And we certainly made a lot of memories with this remarkable woman. And with that, I'd like to hand you over to a small slideshow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to sit back and enjoy this beautiful slideshow. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick note. You know, my Kaki has always been extra, and her grandchildren are very extra. We're all very extra in this family. So the slideshow will go over, it'll be in 5 segments. So please bear with us. This is segment 1.
साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। सदियों से तुझसे मिलने जिया बेकरार था, जिया बेकरार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, आज
भी है आज कल भी रहेगा
The young ones, darling, we're the young ones, and the young ones shouldn't be afraid to live low while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be the young ones very long. Tomorrow, why wait until tomorrow? 'Cause tomorrow sometimes never comes.
Thank you very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned at the outset, that today Mrs. Radha Maharaj's sister-in-laws are dominating the program. So without further ado, I would like to call on the next sister-in-law, fondly known as Manikaki, Mrs. Maharaj, to say a few words.
Jai Shri Ram, Vanakkam, good evening. My humble pranams to all of you here, to all our elders here as well. My pranams to all of you. As the MC said, we are dominating the sister-in-laws because how great was our sister-in-law. Ladies and gentlemen, I think our sister-in-law Radha has given us a very nice story about our sister here. In fact, I think only one thing she missed out, that we were 8 sister-in-laws. And we were like friends, shall I say. We were friends. I don't think I can ever remember we had a problem or we had a fight. We were always so loving, giving, sharing. And whenever there was any function or whatever, get-togethers, we are all there together. And people the rest of the family used to talk about our family. They say, 8 daughter-in-laws, but they are wonderful. And I'm proud to say that today, that we were the best sister-in-laws. And Radha, you have left us, but you have left us with something that we always will remember, and that was your love. You always taught us that love, that caring, and that sweet talk of yours. I always remembered. 2 months ago, you came to my home. Early in the morning it was. And you said, I want to spend the day with you. I said, oh, that's so nice. But so happened at that day, she said, I said, Bhai is not well, he's going to the doctor. She said, no, you stay at home. I will sit with him in the hospital. Mind you, she went with him and she sat the whole day. That was Radha. Always wanted to help wherever she can. And she even said, you know what, I like to come and stay with you for a few days. I said, no problem, you can come. Always wanted to come to Phoenix. She loved Phoenix. Oh my God, she really loved. I think all of you seated here will know that. And Sabita Kaki and Lekha Kaki will know that. She's there at Unit 18. She loved to go to Phoenix. She loved to visit us. And as you say, God sends angels in our life. And we don't know that. And we have to realize sometimes that the person God sent to us was Radha. She was like an angel in our life. And she always protected wherever she can and loved wherever she can. And she set such good examples. She brought her children up such, in a good way that today we as family are proud of Radha and her children, Paul's children, all the girls, the love she gave them, and they today in turn are giving the love to the family and to the community. Radha, Rowena, thank you, my darling, and Kensen, for all that you have did so far, from the day of the funeral till today. You did a marvelous job. On behalf of the family, thank you very much. And when Radha Kaki got married, she came to our family, and we said she came to her sasurar, in Hindi we say, right? She left her mother's home and came to our home. She stayed with us till the end of her life. And today, I say, tomorrow morning, she will go into a real home where she belongs, in the abode of Lord Shiva. So tomorrow morning is a last journey where she'll reunite with all her ancestors. That's the farewell prayer, am I right, in the morning? So tomorrow morning she will be in a real home where she belongs. We say in Hindi, there's a song, one line I will say. तेरे भाव में ले लो शिवानंदा मैं तेरा हो गया शिवानंद तेरा हो गया तेरे भाव में ले लो शिवानंदा मैं तेरा हो गया शिवानंद तेरा हो गया शिवानंद तेरा हो गया. Thank you.
Thank you, Mum, for those beautiful words. And indeed, Kaki will be in the arms of our Swami Shivananda tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we're on to the next segment of our slideshow.
नगमे है शिकवे है किस्से हैं बातें हैं नगमे है शिकवे हैं किस्से हैं बातें
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. I'm sure you can see that the slideshow captures all the memories over the years, and these memories will live with us for a whole lifetime. It gives me absolute honor and pleasure now to call upon the next sister-in-law, my Kaki, Leka Kaki. Ladies and gentlemen, she asked on her behalf that I give a very crude translation of this beautiful song that she's going to be singing. And this song is dedicated to a sister. And that is how the sister-in-laws saw my Kaki as their sister. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Lekha Maharaj.
फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उमंग हम संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, ये ना जाने दुनिया ने तू है क्या उदास, तेरी प्यारी आँखों में प्यार की है पास, आ मेरी पास आके जो कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उमंग हम संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, जब से मेरी आँखों में है गया तू दूर, तब से सारी जीवन के सपने ही चूर, आ मेरी नींद ना दिल में कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उमंग हम संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, देखो हम तुम दोनों है एक डाली का फूल, मैं ना भूला तू कैसे मुझे गई भूल, आ मेरी पास आके जो कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है, सारी उमंग हम संग रहना है, फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है. Thank you.
Kaki, thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us for a few minutes. We are having a technical difficulty with the live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to improvise a little bit. I'm going to let this microphone roam a bit. There are lots of us in the audience that shared very special times, very special memories with this remarkable lady. So I'm going to quickly take the microphone around. 30 seconds for anyone who would like to say anything. If you want to quickly raise your hand, I can come with you. I can come to you with the microphone. Okay, we have our ladies and gentlemen, very quickly. Anybody would like to say anything? Okay, then I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to proceed with the next segment, and that is the slideshow.
बहुत हुई सामने आ जाना कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढा तुझे थक गई है अब तेरी माँ आजा सांझ हुई मुझे तेरी फिक्र धुंधला गई देख मेरी नजर आ जाना
चांद सितारे फूल और खुशबू चांद सितारे फूल और खुशबू ये तो सारे पुराने हैं ताजा ताजा कली खिली है हम उसके दीवाने हैं अरे काली घटाएं बरखा सावन हो काली घटाएं बरखा सावन ये तो सब अफसाने हैं ताजा ताजा कली खिली है हम उसके दीवाने हैं
Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I want you to put your hands together for this young lady, Kiara, who put together this slideshow. Thank you, Kiara, for capturing all those beautiful memories. I know I was meant to say this in the vote of thanks, but that just tugged at my heartstrings. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not in the know, all the songs selected are very, very close to the Maharaj family. I think those are all our family songs. And talking about songs, Ravenna, indulge me. There's one more family song we have to the list. And Lekakaki has indicated that she has the copy here and she would like to sing a few lines. So Lekakaki, I would like to call you. This song is dedicated to Roy Kaka and to Radha Kaki.
पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तू, भीतर भीतर रोई रे, हाँ भीतर भीतर रोई रे। तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। कह न सके तू अपने कहानी, तेरे भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। विधि न तेरे कथा लिखी, आंसू में कलम डुबोई। तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजड़े के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। छुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के ताले रे। ये पत्थर का देश है पगले, कोई न तेरा होई। तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजड़े के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। That song was also saved by me for my husband Roy, who had left us 5 years ago.
Thank you very much, Kaki, for that. I would like to call upon now Suveshan, the grandson of Mrs. Radha Maharaj.
Hi, everyone. This is just a little note to Nani. I miss saying good morning to you every day. I miss saying good night to you every single night when I'm locking up the house. I miss your voice, your sweet messages, and all of the advice that you've given me over the years. I will never forget them. I'll forever miss driving you around whenever we have errands to run. Nani is always the first person to see everything I buy. Anything I come home with new, she's always the first person I go to. I'll forever miss going to her room when I'm all dressed up before I go out to show her how I look. I will forever miss showing you my dance moves and my dance videos after a performance. One of my favorite pastimes with Nani was us chilling in the lounge and watching TikToks on the TV and all just going through all my laughs and videos. I feel so sorry for you, and I'm sorry that you had to die. My grandmother was one of the kindest women that I've ever met in my life. Everyone that has ever spoken to her has always received kind words, compliments, love, and support. Her death has devastated my family and I, and Nani took care of things in our house that we didn't even realize, and that we're only noticing it now that she isn't here anymore. I'll forever miss laughing with you about the silliest things. I hope that I made you proud in carrying out your final rites to the best of my abilities, and I pray that you're with your family now, and I pray that your journey to Lord Shiva is a smooth one, and I pray that your soul attains moksha. I will love and miss you forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Suvi. Ladies and gentlemen, also gives me absolute pleasure now to call upon Ravenna to say a few words. Om Namah Shivaya to everyone. I thought at the funeral I was a terrible mess, so I knew I wouldn't be able to speak. And unfortunately, 15 days later, I'm still a terrible mess. And I'm sorry that I look terrible in front of you. But Suveshan just tugged at my heartstrings so badly. Unfortunately, today, I stand before you all with an indescribable pain of losing my mother. My mom was suddenly taken away from us without any notice, and I think I'm still in shock. I think I'm going to be in shock for a long time. On the last day that I saw her, she surprised me at work, and the staff said, "Your mom is here, your mom is here." And I said, "No, that's not possible." And I ran out, and she's standing there and she's smiling. And I said, "What are you doing here?" And she said, "No, I'm leaving to Joburg, but I wanted to see you first." And she gave me this big hug, which is now priceless, because it's the last feeling I have of her warm. And she had the sweetest smile on her face, but it was like a pleading smile. And I said, "What, Radha, what do you want to tell me? Just tell me, I can see that." And she says, "Please look after my grandchildren and please feed my dogs properly." Now, these are my children and my dogs. But my mother needed to warn me that they needed a different kind of care, because Nani's love and Nani's hand was different. It's a sight I play over in my head over and over every day, because it was the last time. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would never see her again. "Mommy, you broke my heart and you turned our whole house upside down." Being able to do justice with a tribute is literally impossible. If I wanted to show off about my mom, then I would literally have to write a book, as her personality was larger than life. Coincidentally, during COVID, we had so much of time on our hand, and I did write a few short stories. And one of the short stories was about a little girl and her difficult journey. So once it was done, I gave it to her to read first. And she called me the next day and she says, "Oh my God, Rowan, the way you made me cry, I've been crying non-stop." I said, "Mommy, it was a short story, it wasn't a novel." She says, "But what you wrote there, I think it was like I was living that." And then I told her, I said, "No, I wanted you to read it first, because then I wanted to tell you, you were my inspiration for the lead character in that story." And she was so thrilled with it. And she says, "Okay, I'm waiting for the next few chapters." My mom loved reading and she loved writing. She helped me through many, many compositions and letters in school, which at the end of the year always got published in the school newsletter. Little did they know, I had an English literature major living in my house. We will continue to read and write to the best of our abilities at home, just because you made us happy, because it made you happy. And Vadi Mama as well, obviously. My mom was also a dressmaker and a hairdresser. My earliest memories of her talent is waking up in the mornings, and then there's a
stranger in your lounge. There's a bride or a bridegroom or somebody's doing a fitting. And she would do a bride from head to toe, whether it was a Tamil bride or a Hindi bride. But she was just so remarkable. In Auntie Ruby's family, there was Uncle Stanley and Auntie Ravina who got married. And my mom sewed every single item for that retinue. The bridal gown, Uncle Stanley's coat to change at the wedding reception, and all the bridesmaids. And it's such a beautiful childhood memory because they called her in that photograph and they asked her to stand with everybody. And when I think back to those kind of moments, it's like, how did we get so lucky? How did she get so blessed? Thank you, Mommy. You filled our childhood with such pleasant memories. Our trips to Japanese Garden, Mudma Dam, Hazelmere Dam, Blue Lagoon, Mini Town, and much more. My father always had a car from the time we were little, and my mother refused for us to stay at home. If my father was not working, he needed to take us all out. And that is something that was so rare back in the day, but till today, it's something we will never forget. Mommy, I'd like to thank you for teaching me to make roti. I was like only 10 years old. You made me make biryani. You made me make beans curry. I couldn't even reach the pot and you were making me cook. But by 14, I was running that kitchen completely. And Dad and you were so proud of my cooking skills. You always praised me. And I have a birthday card from my father thanking me for the food. So that's such a precious thing for me. But I promise to always strive for better and make both my parents proud. Ma, our house became yours a few years ago. And it was our greatest blessing. My children never knew what was unconditional love from a grandparent and only from you because they were not fortunate to have any other. You fussed over them daily. You treated them like gold. We were not allowed to scold them. You would be so upset and you would just go away to your room and not talk to anybody. We loved how you glowed when you showed off about us. We loved how you glowed when you showed off about your grandchildren and how beautiful they were. My mom would often joke with me that she doesn't want to walk in public with Suvesh and Kyash and just say, people will say, oh my God, your children are so gorgeous and your nanny is so dark. How is this possible? And she said, hey, just tell them, don't take photographs with me. But my children loved her unconditionally. She was the best. Thank you, Mommy, for making hundreds of memories in my home. Every little corner, every little nook and cranny we turn, there's something there that my mother has stitched or mended. Every single carpet is reinforced at the back. It's unreal. When we look around, how she found the time to do all of these things. Mommy, we will cry and we will ache for you for many years to come. We will always remember the selfless lessons, the outreach to people that are less fortunate, the free smile that brightens someone's day. Remember, smiling costs nothing and you don't know what the next person is going through. She said it over and over. This week I went to Phoenix and I met a lady on the road. And she burst out crying when she saw me. And I have to very quickly tell you that my mother met her a while ago in Phoenix and my mother complimented my mother on a dress. And my mother said, Teresa, if you want the dress, you can take it. She said, no, I'm only telling you it looks nice. I don't want the dress. My mother traveled to Phoenix 4 times after that, looking for Teresa on the road or in the car park or in Phoenix Plaza car park or in the grant office. We didn't know all of this. But Teresa came and told me when my mother met her, she says, Auntie Radha had the dress rolled in her handbag. And she was coming to Phoenix every second week, third week, looking for me. You found her in Raza Plaza. And she said, thank God your mother found me now. I have that dress to remember her. My mother called her every month when she lived in Phoenix. She said, Teresa, you got a plate of food. Come and eat food at home. And she says at least 3 times a month she would eat food at home. These are just some of the remarkable, simple things that costed her nothing. And I am so proud that I can stand here today and say, I wish I can become half the person she is and make her proud. There's too much more that I could say about my mother. But Sandra Kaki, thank you. You did such an amazing job. I loved the fact that you took us on a journey. And I wish I could do the same. But in my heart, you know, people say, celebrate life. Celebrate the person's life. I don't want to hear that line at the moment. I'm not ready to celebrate my mother's life because she's dead. I wanted to celebrate her life with her while she was alive. And I honestly feel we were due a few more years. And if I kept her at home wrapped up in cotton wool, because that's what irritated her the most. Kinson used to scold her every time she walked somewhere. He'd tell her, Auntie, if you fall down in the backyard, who's going to pick you up? No one's going to be there. Don't walk, don't do gardening. And she used to get frustrated with us. But this is what we were avoiding. We were avoiding going through this that we are going through now. This horrible pain that there's no words to describe. We just wanted you to be with us for a few years more. Because, truth be told, my mother was not looking forward to dying. You know, a lot of people come to that age and say, I just want to die and I just want to. This year, the last conversation, she says, Kiara, order me about 5 dresses online. I want to see which one looks best for Kiashan's party. She was looking forward to so much more, seeing Kiara's wedding. And because she dressed Kiara at Kiara's coming of age party, she wanted to do her hair again when she gets married. So I don't want to celebrate my mother's life while she is dead. I want a little bit more time. I'm very unhappy. I'm very unhappy that she's dead at the moment. People will say your time is due when it's written for you. I don't care. I don't care. I feel she was due for much more with us. Mommy, thank you for everything that you did for us. I hope that your family, all your children and all your grandchildren will continuously be blessed by you. Thank you to you and Daddy for showing us what being brought up in a home that is filled with love and joy permanently felt like. Prem Namaste to everyone.
Thank you, Rowena. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me absolute pleasure to say a kind thank you to the following: Amshlanga Function Venue and the staff, Sasha and Rodney for capturing Kaki so beautifully, Olivia, Jennifer, Chantal for their contributions, to all the Kakis and to all the extended family and the extended friends who contributed and provided eats. We say a very big thank you to you. Mel's Florist, thank you so much. Also a very special thank you goes out to Kenson for so graciously offering Kaki his home some years ago and ensuring that she was always comfortable. Again, Kiara, thank you for the slideshow and capturing all the beautiful memories over the years. We also want to thank you, Kiara, for the souvenirs that we see on the table that captures everything about Nani and all the mottos that she lived by. We want to say thank you to you. Also to Sadhguru Sangeet, I think they've left us. We want to say thank you. Their soulful bhajans and songs was really beautiful today. Ladies and gentlemen, Before I leave you, I'd like to part with a few words. Death leaves a heartache no words can heal, and memories no time can steal. It comes like a thief in the night, taking what we love most and leaving behind a silence that screams through every corner of our lives. We are left holding pieces of a world that once felt whole, a laugh that no longer echoes, a hug that could no longer reach us, a future we thought we had more time to share. Grief is love that has nowhere left to go. And in that love, we carry them with us in every breath, every tear, and in every broken but beating heart. They may be gone from this world, but they are stitched into the fabric of who we are, and nothing, not even death, can take that away. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to thank you for your attention. I'm told that tea and coffee is now served. Thank you so much for being here with us and for sharing this evening with us, and to also for all the tributes that have come flowing in for this beautiful, beautiful lady. Kaki, go well till we meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, I see the caterers are ushering me. Your tea and coffee and your eats are now served. Please partake.
you.